friends, welcome to Sanket Group of Coaching. I am Sanket Purohit. Today we are going to see your poem number 7 from English Beehive book The Duck and the Kangaroo, written by Mr. Edward Lear. Now let me explain you the central idea of the poem, that is your summary, which says this is a humorous and interesting poem. The poem describes the friendship of a duck and a kangaroo. The duck lived in a pond and was bored of his life. He wanted to take a round of the entire world but was not able to do so. Impressed by the hopping ability, hopping का मतलब है वो jump करने वाली ability of the kangaroo, and pleaded to him for a ride round the world. With some conditions, the kangaroo agreed to the proposal of the duck and allowed him a ride on his back. This way, the duck fulfilled his wish. The poem conveys the message of true friendship and generosity. The poem is personified, and it appeals to the human beings that they too should be cooperative and helpful to. तो ये था अपना summary of this poem. Now let me explain you stanza by stanza. Said the duck to kangaroo, "Good gracious, how you hope over the fields and the water too, if you never would stop. My life is a bore in this nasty pond, and I long to go out in the world beyond. I wish I could hope like you," said the duck to kangaroo. Now some important meanings. The word good gracious का मतलब होता है a way to address someone with respect. Then hope, that is a long jump in forward direction. Bore means uninteresting. Nasty means dirty, filthy and small. Pond, small water reservoir. Lounge, ये जो word है ना, long नहीं है, lounge है. To wish or to desire. And beyond means out of somewhere. So in stanza 1, the poet describes the talk between a duck and his friend kangaroo. The duck told his friend kangaroo that he was amazed at his ability to hop over the fields and water bodies. He says that hopping appears to be never ending. The duck further said that he had been bored with his life in that pond. He had a strong desire to go out of the world that lies beyond the pond. He expressed his inability to hope like the kangaroo. Due to his inability, he was very sad. So moving forward towards your second passage, you can say second para. "Please give me a ride on your back," said the duck to kangaroo. "I would sit quite still and say nothing but quack the whole of the long day through, and we would go through the Dee and Jelly-Bolly, over the land and over the sea. Please take me a ride, oh do," said the duck to kangaroo. Now some difficult words. So ये quack is nothing, the sound duck. And D and Jelly-Bolly, ये जो word है D and Jelly-Bolly, उसका मतलब होता है imaginary places. So explanation में बता दूं. In this stanza, the poet further elaborates the conversation between the duck and the kangaroo. The duck is requesting the kangaroo to allow him to have a ride on his back to see the whole world. He added that he would sit still and say nothing but quack. Throughout the days, they would visit many places which are beautiful and pleasing. They had planned to go over the field and over the seas. The duck wished to go imaginative places, D and the Jelly-Bolly. Saying all this, the duck again put this request before the kangaroo to allow him a ride on his back. बच्चों, now moving forward towards your third passage or third para or third stanza. Said the kangaroo to the duck, "This required some little reflection. Perhaps on the whole it might bring me luck, and there seems but one objection, which is, if you let me speak so bold, your feet are unpleasantly wet and cold, and would probably give me the rheumatiz," says the kangaroo. Now what do you mean by difficult words? सबसे पहले requires in need of something. Then reflection, that is sunlight. Perhaps means probably. Luck means good fortunes. objection, anything of restrictive nature, unpleasantly, not pleasing to the mood, and rheumatis, ये word खास ध्यान रखना, sneezing and cold condition of body due to continuous wetness. Okay, so now what is the explanation? In this stanza, poet has come out with a reply of the kangaroo by the continuous of the forced the kangaroo to accept it. The kangaroo thought that journey will bring a good fortune to him. The kangaroo told the duck that there is a need of consideration so that there may be an ease in making the journey possible and favorable. The kangaroo put an objection before the duck, saying that he would state his objection only if duck allowed him to say so. The objection of kangaroo was unpleasantly wet and cold feet of the duck. If the kangaroo allowed the duck with the cold feet to ride his back, then he might catch cold for sure. The kangaroo thus put his objection very clearly. Go ahead. Passage stanza number 4. Said the duck, as I sat on the rocks, I have thought over that completely, and I bought 4 pairs of worsted socks which fit my web feet neatly. And to keep out of cold, I have bought a clock. And every day a cigar I will smoke, all to follow my own dear true love of kangaroo. So now, what means to purchase something? Worsted socks का मतलब होता है socks that give heat when worn up. Then web feet means feet with web-like structure. Neatly means cleanly. Clock, ये जो word है ना, clock means a kind of coat worn in winter. And cigar is nothing a smoking pipe. So what does this stanza describes? This stanza describes the situation after the objection of kangaroo to give a ride on his back. The duck came up with a solution. He told kangaroo that he had thought about it in detail when he was sitting over the rocks. He told the kangaroo that he had brought some pairs of worsted, that is smooth yarn socks, and a clock to protect the kangaroo from getting cold. The socks would keep his web-like feet dry, which is always damp, and the clock will provide him warmth. Also, he had decided to smoke cigar so that he could keep himself warmer. He told Kangaroo that since he loved him, therefore he was already prepared with all this so that comfort could be ensured. Okay. Number 5. Said the kangaroo, I am ready, all in the moonlight pale, but to balance me, dear duck, sit steady and quiet at the end of my tail. So away they went with a hope and a bound, and then they hoped the whole world 3 times round. And who so happy, oh who, as the duck and the kangaroo. So ये जो है लास्ट सांजा था आपका. तो यहाँ पे मैं थोड़ा एक्सप्लेन कर लेता हूँ डिफिकल्ट वर्ड्स. पहले तो मूनलाइट पेल मीन्स अ नाइट विथ एक्सेलेंट मूनलाइट. देन बैलेंस, टू कीप थिंग्स जस्टिफाइड एंड कंट्रोल्ड. स्टेडी, विदाउट मेकिंग एनी मूवमेंट. एंड विथ होप एंड बाउंड means a movement that contains halt and go. So, explanation of this stanza. In the last stanza, poet describes the journey covered by the duck and the kangaroo. The kangaroo told the duck that they would start their journey on the day with moonlight. The kangaroo issued some advice to the duck that he should sit steady at the end of his tail in order to balance his hope properly. With all preparations and instructions, the two went on their journey to the world. They went round the whole world 3 times. In the end, the poet leaves us with a question that which of the two, the duck and the kangaroo, would have been happier. So obviously duck would be more happier because वो pond में ही पड़ा रहता था हमेशा. तो kangaroo उसको पूरे उसमें घुमा के लेके आया. That's why duck is more happier than kangaroo. And that's the end of explanation of your poem number 7. Now अगेन हम लोग उस डिटेल में आप लोगों की फिगर्स ऑफ स्पीच देखेंगे. ठीक है, फ्रॉम स्टांजा 1 आई वुड लाइक टू एक्सप्लेन. सो दिस इज योर स्टांजा 1. लाइन बाय लाइन जितनी भी होगी हम लोग देख लेंगे. सो First two lines. Said the duck to kangaroo, good gracious, how you hope. So you can see exclamation mark is there. So it is your exclamation. Then over the fields and the water too. तो ये जो है वो है एंटीथेसिस. क्यों? fields and water are opposite words and used for poetic effects. As if you never would stop. यहाँ पे एक negation भी है और exclamation भी है. So one is your litotes and another is your exclamation. Then my life is more in this nasty pond. It's a personification. This is inanimate pond is given the human quality of being nasty. ठीक है. Hyperbole क्या है? The overstatement that life is more in the nasty pond. Then and I launch to go out in the world beyond. So it is your again exclamation mark है इसलिए, and then it is your metonymy. The words world beyond suggest the region outside the pond. Then I wish I could hope like you, said the duck to kangaroo. Again it is your exclamation. क्यों exclamation है? क्योंकि exclamatory mark है. और then there is one more thing, the word like is used. Word like means आपका simile. There is a comparison between the hope of duck and the kangaroo. Then next, second stanza. Please give me a ride on your back, said the duck to kangaroo. Then it is your exclamation क्योंकि exclamatory mark है. और दूसरा on your back means body part है, and that's why it is your synecdoche. ठीक है. Then next and say nothing. ये यहाँ पे कोई भी नहीं है इसलिए मैं इसको जाने दे रहा हूँ. हाँ, the whole of the long day through ये आएगा आपका exclamation. sorry, I would sit quiet and still and say nothing but quack. वो जो है आपका है litotes क्योंकि negation है. Then है exclamation. एंड लास्ट इज हाइपरबोल. हाइपरबोल क्यों? क्योंकि वो क्या बोलना चाहता है कि द डक वुड से क्वैक द होल डे. मूविंग अहेड. एंड we would go to the D and jelly bolly. It's a internal rhyme. D and lee. ठीक है. Over the land and over the sea. अब देखो antithesis land and sea opposite words and repetition over is repeated. फिर this please take me a ride, oh do, said the kangaroo. तो ये जो है वो क्या हो गया? ठीक है. Again your exclamation. Then moving ahead. Moving ahead. Third paragraph. Said the kangaroo to duck. This requires some little reflection. तो ये जो line है ना, this requires some little reflection. So this is your alliteration. Consonant sound R is repeated in the word requires and reflection. And next, perhaps यहाँ पे कोई नहीं है शायद. Then last यहाँ पे आएगा, ये इसमें कुछ भी नहीं है. Your feet are unpleasantly wet and cold. तो it is your synecdoche. Then and would probably give me the rheumatis. Rheumatis said the kangaroo. ये जो है ये है आपका exclamation mark. Exclamation. Then fourth stanza. Said the duck, as I sat on the rocks, I have thought over that completely. तो यहाँ पे आएगा आप लोगों का alliteration. क्यों? SS जो है वो repeat हो रहा है. Said and sat. ठीक है. Then and I bought 4 pairs of worsted socks which fit my web feet neatly. तो वो है synecdoche क्योंकि web feet word use हुआ है. Then and to keep out the cold I have bought a clock. तो यहाँ पे कोई भी नहीं है. ठीक है. Then and every day a cigar I will smoke all to follow my own dear true love of kangaroo. ये 3 लाइन मिला के यहाँ से. तो 1 है एनोस्ट्रॉफी. क्यों एनोस्ट्रॉफी? क्योंकि जंबलिंग ऑफ वर्ड्स है. फिर है एक्सक्लेमेशन क्योंकि वो एक्सक्लेमेटरी मार्क है. एंड हाइपरबोल है. हाइपरबोल क्या है कि डक वुड स्मोक अ सिगार एवरी डे टू शो हिज लव फॉर kangaroo. And the last paragraph, last stanza, said the kangaroo, I am ready, all in the moonlight pale. ठीक है. So ये है exclamation. अगेन, और दूसरा है एनेस्ट्रॉफी. क्यों एनेस्ट्रॉफी? जंबलिंग ऑफ वर्ड है. एंड बट टू बैलेंस मी वेल डियर डक सिट स्टेडी, तो ये है अगेन एक्सक्लेमेशन. एंड क्वाइट एट द एंड ऑफ माई टेल, अगेन एक्सक्लेमेशन एंड synecdoche. टेल stands for the body part. नेक्स्ट, सो अवे दे वेंट विथ होप एंड बाउंड, तो ये हो गया आपका एलिक्रेशन. क्यों? WW, ठीक है, वेंट विथ. देन लास्ट, एंड दे होप द होल वर्ल्ड 3 times राउंड, तो ये है हाइपरबोल. एक ही दिन में 3 बार वर्ल्ड घुमा नहीं जाता है, तो हाइपरबोल है. एंड हु सो हैप्पी, ओ हु एज द डक एंड द कांगारू. सो ये है इंटरोगेशन, क्योंकि यहाँ पे है क्वेश्चन मार्क. Yeah. So that's the end of your poem number 7 from your Bihar book. If you have gone through this poem, please like, share, subscribe, and do comment on poem number 7 as well. Thank you very much. Bye bye, students.